My bass boat is finally here. Back when I was a high schooler biking to my local pond, I've always wanted to run one of these legendary watercraft. Little by little, I began upgrading. First a John boat, then a mini bass boat, and then now, finally, my very own bass boat. It's insane how over the past year, the Yinton has landed me multiple giants, but it was always a little too crammed to have many people, so let me introduce y'all to the new whip. Today is finally the day, verse of the day, popping up right here, 1 Corinthians 10:31. So whatever you eat or drink or whatever you do it all for the glory of God. And today, I just want to say all praise to the Most High for just how far we have come all together. The day is here to pick up our bass boat. Now, we're over here at English Choice. I don't know if you guys can see, and we got Trent over here. This is the man who's behind a lot of the operations. He's the one that helped me just spec this thing out. I have a lot of thanks to say to you. Do you want to go ahead and walk us over?
Sure. So what we have here is a Tracker Pro 70, 170. It's kind of the perfect size for your Ryan. It's about 17 foot. Got a smaller motor on it, kind of easy to get around these small little lakes. With the way we've set it up with the Edge trolling motor, I think it's going to be just a perfect fit for you. This is a 12-volt trolling motor, 45 pounds of thrust. We did add the HDS 12 Pro. So what that's going to do is that's going to allow you to have your live scope, which we've added right here, active target too. It's a pretty basic console if you want to look at some of this stuff here. Got your fuel gauge, got your miles per hour, your RPMs. Pretty basic, got a couple switches over there for your nav lights and your live wells. And back here, of course, we got the motor, the 50 horsepower Mercury, 4-stroke. And we did add the Vessel View Mobile on here, so that'll keep track of all your hours, give you all the engine data, trim, speed, miles per hour, all that stuff it'll get you. That's pretty much it. It's a basic little boat, but it'll get you started.
Well, big thanks to Trent for giving you guys that amazing tour. Part of the big reasons why I decided to go with this Pro 170 is because it's a 17-foot boat. I have a 20-foot garage, and this thing, it's got a folding tongue, and it would just make it a lot more compact. I'm loving this dark red. It is just gorgeous. And all the details on this are amazing. Now, actually, a couple weeks ago, I did come to English Choice for a little bit of bass boat shopping. I got y'all's ideas on which one I should pick. And I think it's quite obvious by now, I went with this one. It's the Goldilocks of it all, but we do need a name for this. And so next week, I'm actually gonna be officially taking it on the water. However, I don't wanna go on the water without a name. So this is where all of you guys come in. I want y'all to drop down in the comment sections, what name do you think would be best suited for this new vessel that we have on this channel? The Yinton was a fabulous name for my mini bass boat. I'm so glad for Trick Tins for taking a chance on me. He literally hit me up last spring of 2023 and he said, hey Ryan, I want to build out your John boat. And he spent around 4 or 5 weeks working so hard to then go ahead and put together one of the most famous John boat bass boats on the whole internet. And yet I think it's time for an upgrade. Now I have yet to even step foot on this right now. Wow, this is just mind-boggling to me. You know what, let me start in the back right here, right? First of all, this is a 50 horsepower motor. I'm used to 9.9, so this thing is a beast. It probably weighs more than me. If you take a look at the ground right now, you'll see that it's kind of wet. It is good because we don't have regular carpet material on here. Check this out. This is like a woven PVC, which is super easy to clean. What I'm gonna go ahead and do is step on the boat for the very first time. Whew, here we go. This is, oh, I almost fell. There's so much more room up here compared to the Yinton. Part of the reason why I wanted to upgrade to a small bass boat is because the Yinton, while it was nice for 2 people to fit in there and fish, it was a little tight, and on windy days, it was almost impossible to just share the front deck. Chesden, come up here, man. Oh, shout out to Chesden for waking up at 6 a.m. this morning to come with me. Hey, Field, you wanna hop on? Come on, man. I am 5'10", and I would say this is around a 5-foot something deck. This is large, very spacious. I love it. Now, you will notice there is this big old seat at the very front. Because I am still quite young and my joints still work, I will be taking this off. And so then I'll have this giant deck to work with. If I ever want to go crappie fishing, I can have this seat on, trolling motor in the water, and just look at my Lowrance Active Target 2. That's another change from the current Yintin, which has live scope. This thing is brand new. It's a system that I still need to learn. Call me an iPad kid if you like, but this is beautiful. There's so much technology packed into this. Okay, yeah, it's telling me to like connect to an app, which I should probably do when I get home. But look at this, okay? I click on this button right here, boop. It comes and gives me so many options. I don't know how well you guys can see this. I'm so sorry. But active target, no source. That's weird. I'll figure this out when I get home and stuff. But for now, let's turn this off. This will help us catch all them 5 to 10 pound bluegill. A Minn Kota Edge trolling motor. Now, this is a downgrade from the Garmin Force, which I did have on the Yintin. However, it's simple and it just works, right? I have my active target. I think I'll be okay. Foot pedal, it's rigid, it's in there, it is centered. Once again, it seems a little crammed because I have the seat in still, but once I get it off, it'll be perfect. Ooh, I would say you can fit quite a lot of bass and some lead weights in there. You know, if you know, you know. But we have our fire extinguisher. Moving down, there is another storage, but this is a live well. And guess what? Included in here is a bag full of all my instructions. And don't worry, I got my boater's license, so we're chilling. I should at least know how to operate this to some extent. Close that up. This will be so handy for when we fish some tournaments in the springtime. Chesden and I, we're gonna smack them like crazy. I love secret compartments, right? And if you look all the way down here, you will find, oh, what's that? There's the active target box. Well, what can you fit in here? Quite a lot of things. If you have a little dog, he can go relax in there if he wants. Again, I'm loving this flooring because carpet gets so incredibly dirty and nasty with the fish slime, with the blood, and anything else. But here's also another massive upgrade from the Yintin. Guess what? This Tracker Pro 170 includes a rod locker. So I don't need to just leave my rods on the deck anymore in fear of them getting stolen. I can just keep them in here. Got a boat cover, and the best part is this thing locks. It locks, so then no one can steal our Shimanos and goodies and whatnot. Now, let's say next week, Chesden is sitting here with me, right? He's just enjoying a nice boat ride, but then he's like, you know what? I'm hungry. I want to eat some sandwiches. Look at this. You fold this down, and voila. Chesden, that's all your storage, man. And come on, join me right here. Just let me know, what are your thoughts on this setup right here? Give it a score, 1 out of 10. You've seen a lot of boats in your life. Give it an honest score. Like an 8? 8. That is a pretty good rating. Coming from someone who's literally grown up around all sorts of fancy boats. If you look under here, you'll notice that there's no pedal. You know why? Check this out. This is what's known as a throttle. If you go ahead and go forward, you know, you go forward, and backwards is that, and then neutral is just lock it in. And the steering wheel is right here, so I'm gonna go la da 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 da. Here is our beautiful, gorgeous looking gauges. And we have a lot of, oh, what's this? Oh, I can use this as a phone charger. Got the keys with the floating thingies. This is for my phone, because you know, nowadays we just cannot live without technology. So, boom. I have my nav lights, if it will switch. I don't know why. Okay, there we go. We have our aerator, which is on, our bilge, which is also working. Horn, get ready. We have the cutest thing ever. Can I turn this on? Oh, a little hook, Lowrance 4. This thing is the simplest piece of electronics ever. Probably not gonna even have it on most days. Over here, we have our kill switch. I should attach it to my life vest before I even try operating. Safety first, y'all. There's a lot of people every single year who come into unfortunate accidents because they were not wearing this and their boat probably hit something and then it threw them off. We need to prioritize our lives. I think it is a gift from God and we need to take care of it. Let me fold these seats down and give you all a tour of the mega locker. Open it up, and what do we find here? Ow, a wooden oar. That is sweet. So this is in case my trolling motor is broken and my outboard isn't working. This will come in clutch. I'm probably gonna use this as a tackle storage spot, but let's go ahead and open up the battery. Whoa, so this is the gas tank right here. We need to be careful, not let this catch on fire. A battery over here, and another one over here. And then we have a battery charger as well. It's really cool how everything is just working. This is quite the amazing setup right here. Very blessed to just be in a place where English Choice is willing to let me use one of their boats for a while. I'm a little tired. Woke up too early this morning. Kind of just want to sleep, not gonna lie. I want to just thank my parents, mom and dad. Thank you for believing in me all the years back when your son had 200 subscribers. My friends and all my sponsors. Thank y'all. And of course, God, He is faithful. Y'all, there's a lot of tough times in life that I don't share on camera. I just want to offer you some encouragement to hang on, go to God, seek Him out, and you'll find Him. You'll find great joy, joy that even surpasses having a bass boat to use. Back when I first started this YouTube channel 5 years ago, December 2018, what would Ryan back then have thought about being able to operate such a beast of a water vessel? I've always dreamed of being in a place where I could actually be behind the wheel of one of these. I fished a lot of different tournaments on my friends' bass boats and it was very fun, but now this is one that I'm gonna be operating myself. If any of y'all are in any consideration of looking at bass boats or maybe even buying one, I'd highly suggest English Choice Marine. They got 3 locations, 2 in North Carolina, 1 in Martinsville, Virginia, which is one of my favorite places. But I think it's time to go ahead and get this thing on the water. I'll see you guys next week. Love ya.